odds are you've seen that movement in a gym at some time before. It's usually for the athletes who struggle with pull-ups or are unable to do pull-ups or want to get a strict pull-up. We're going to show you some things today that's going to allow you to get to that strict pull-up much quicker than doing the same old ring row. I'm Tom Rini with Black Flag Athletics. Today we're talking about the strict pull-up. So if you want to get the strict pull-up, we believe that you must pull in the right movement patterns. As you saw right there, the ring row is a horizontal movement pattern. As a result of moving horizontally, the musculature of the back that we're using is going to be much different than if I was moving vertically in a pull-up. When I pull, it's mostly all mid or back, middle trap, some rhomboid, as well as bicep, forearm, and a little bit of midline to stay engaged. Versus if I'm doing a pull-up, it is way more lat dependent, bicep, forearm, and midline. There's also some pec and shoulder activation or stabilization work going on with that movement as well. So there's a lot more going on. So if you walk into your gym or you've been trying to get strict pull-ups and every time you go to a workout, your scale is simply finding the rings, you're probably not doing it right. What we're going to do today is show you a couple of things that we do at Black Flag Athletics to allow our athletes to get those strict pull-ups. We all have aspirations of getting butterfly pull-ups, kipping pull-ups, muscle-ups. None of those should happen until you can do 10 to 15 strict pull-ups. So after we see a new athlete and they're able to do a couple of workouts with the ring rows, with their shoulders down. So traps don't take over and they start pulling here and we start doing too much in the shoulders, especially that rear aspect of the shoulder. We're going to make sure that they're down here. Once they can do a nice couple of sets like that, we're then going to progress them over to the right movement pattern, a vertical pulling pattern. So what we'll do is we'll simply set up a bar in the rig. That bar is going to be chin height. From there, we're going to have the athlete position their feet where it allows them to use as little foot as possible in the right pulling pattern. The idea is that your hips will stay right underneath that bar all the way up and all the way down. The further we move our feet out, the more difficult it'll be. If they get that mastered, we'll elevate the feet. If those aren't working and we're still having a hard time, we'll actually do some negative or eccentric loaded work with that as well. Very simple setup. Set it on over to the rig. You set up a bar just about chin height. We'll always step inside the rig to make sure that we have safety. The bar's not going to move away. We're pulling back on the bar. Get your chin up width. Feet are going to move out. Knees will stay bent. My hips drop straight down. And from here, I'm pulling as much as I can with my upper body. Again, notice the movement of the elbows going straight down to the ground and not backwards like they would be in a ring row. Very simple. We can actually use that in class in terms of a strength piece, or we'll put it into our conditioning pieces as well as our pull-ups. Again, there is very little benefit to our athletes in the long run. Although there is value to doing a horizontal row, don't get that wrong. But if we want our athletes to get pull-ups, subbing all the time with the ring row simply becomes a waste of time. It makes them very good at ring rowing, but not much else in terms of getting a pull-up. As we progress from the pull-up, we then do some eccentric loaded work. We'll move that onto the rig. Very simple. We'll start at the top and we'll lower ourselves down nice and slow with the goal of getting 10 seconds. Again, if we have pull-ups in a Metcon, we will simply just cut the rep scheme down and have them work doing 1 to 2 eccentric loaded pull-ups. Why eccentric loaded? It's been shown time and time and time again. The easiest way and the quickest way to build strength is through eccentric loaded work. The muscle fibers are being stretched. As a result, we're causing some microtraumas in there. As they heal back, they get stronger, more resilient, able to pull more. This is how this looks with the eccentric loaded pull-ups. We'll try and set up some boxes so you're already above the bar. What happens oftentimes is when athletes jump to the bar, there's too much momentum. As gravity starts to pull their body weight back down, it's much more difficult for them to hold at the top. So we'll simply just start at the top here. We always like to bring the feet together and engage the midline by keeping the toes just in front of the bar. That gets everything nice and tight through the body. The more tension we have through the entire body, the easier it's going to be to control on the pull-up. So we'll start up here, chin over the bar, and we'll just lower down nice and slow. A couple of those and you'll be right there. So next time you're looking for a scale, your goal is to get a strict pull-up to allow you to move into kipping pull-ups and butterfly and muscle-ups. Start with the bar on the rig, feet on the floor, transition to the rig, and you should be able to get them in no time. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
Bam on 3. 1, 2, 3.